Hey everybody, welcome to Cara's Cucina, YouTube's first and only Emmy-nominated cooking show. I'm Cara Di Falco, and today I'm going to show you a great pasta for your holiday meal or any celebration. We are going to be making ricotta gnocchi. Ricotta gnocchi are a really easy shape to make. They only require a handful of ingredients. So I have about a pound of fresh ricotta that I've been straining, let the extra liquid come out of it for at least 30 minutes. You can do it up to an hour. This one's been going for about an hour. So we're gonna get that into our bowl. It's just gonna hang out right there. We're also gonna add in Parmesan cheese. Just a pinch of salt because obviously this is cheese-based, so it's already pretty salty, but we do wanna just enhance the flavor a bit. 1 egg is going in. And then we're also gonna add, I have about 2 cups of flour here, but we're gonna kind of see how this goes. As with any pasta, you really have to do it by hand. So I'm using Caputo pasta flour. This is one of my favorite brands of flour. I bought this bag, they did not send it to me, they didn't pay me for this. I just happen to think they make a really great product, and when it comes to making fresh pasta, it's really important to have good quality ingredients, especially when there's only a handful of them. So really like this brand. I'll hook you guys up in the link below so you can grab it. They can sell it online, it'll go right to your home. So we're gonna put in about half the flour to start. And you'll see this particular dough I'm just making in a bowl, and I'm just gonna go in with my hands and start to combine everything. And as I see, as the texture develops, we're gonna add in more flour. So at this point, our dough has mostly come together, but I'm gonna turn it out onto my work surface so I can finish kneading it, get all these last little pieces into it. And then we will start rolling gnocchi. Once we have our dough made, I'm just covering it with a damp kitchen towel. I've got a cookie sheet prepared with some flour, and I've got some extra flour on hand just in case I need to add to my workspace or any of my utensils. So, and I have a knife and a fork. So to make our gnocchi, we're just gonna take off a small piece of dough, and I am gonna add some flour to my workspace. Get this out of the way. Into my hands. And so with our piece of dough, we're just gonna roll it into a snake. So this is the same way that you would form potato gnocchi, and I'll have that recipe for you at the card above. But a lot of people prefer the ricotta gnocchi because they have a much lighter texture, lighter flavor. Sometimes the potato gnocchi can really kind of sit in your stomach. And it's not great for a big holiday meal. So I think these ones work out really well for the holidays in this time of year, so that you can kind of include this as a pasta course in your meal or your dinner, and then continue on eating, which is really the main goal, right? So we're gonna roll this into a snake. From our snake, we're gonna cut small pieces. And then to create that classic gnocchi shape, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our fork. We're gonna put the tongs down onto the board, and then very gently, we're gonna just take them one by one and roll them down the fork, kind of pressing in with our thumb so that each piece has a little indentation on the inside. That's what's gonna help hold the sauce, and then those classic ridges on the outside. And we're just gonna set this aside on our cookie sheet. Once you have all your dough rolled out, at this point, if you have the space in your freezer, you can actually take these trays, or just one of them, and put them into the freezer and freeze the gnocchi, and then once they're frozen, put them into a Ziploc baggie and save them for later, or you can proceed on to continue cooking them. Now this will give you enough for 4 entree portions, or up to 8 antipasto or first course, primo piatto courses. So you want about 10 to 15 pieces if you're going to serve them as a pasta course per person. You want up to 40 or 50 individual pieces if you're going to serve it as an entree. So this makes just over 200 pieces. So again, it's going to be about 4 servings here. But I am going to put 1 tray in the freezer, and then we're going to finish up cooking the last tray. To cook your ricotta gnocchi, like any fresh pasta, you want a nice pot of boiling water, rolling boiling water, salted, and then in a separate pan I actually have my sauce or my gravy. You can argue about it in the comments below. Warming up over low heat. So this, what I normally do is I make a Bolognese style or a ragu style sauce. You can get my recipe for that at the card above or in the link below. And then once we have our water going, we're just gonna drop in our gnocchi. And again, because they're a fresh pasta, as soon as they float, they're cooked. So we're just gonna spoon them right out and into our sauce. So we can see our gnocchi have started to float, so we're gonna use a slotted spoon, or you could use a strainer, a small strainer or a spider. And we're gonna start to spoon these out of here and put them in with our sauce. Now the reason we do this is we're actually gonna let them, and the sauce is warm and the pan is on low. So we want them to actually kind of finish cooking in the sauce. It's gonna help them kind of absorb some of that flavor. While still making sure that everything is al dente. We're gonna toss our gnocchi with our sauce. Let everything kind of heat through and come together. I did put a little bit of the pasta water in here as well, just to kind of help the sauce bind to the pasta. I'm gonna stir in a little bit of butter and some Parmesan cheese, and then we'll plate these up. Serve your gnocchi with an extra sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Guys, once again, this makes a great starter course for the holidays or a great entree, whatever you want to do with it. You'll find the recipe at caradifalco.com. You'll find me, Facebook and Instagram at Cara Di Falco, on Pinterest at Cara's Cucina. And of course, you can sign up for my trip to Italy. We'll actually be making gnocchi alla Sorrentina in Sorrento. Hands-on cooking class is just part of my culinary tour of Italy. caradifalco.com/travel is where you'll find the full itinerary and be able to make your reservation. I will see you guys next time. Buon appetito.